Row 30 is going to begin with 7 cream boxes. Next is 2 orange boxes, and as I'm getting ready to join here, I can see that I don't have an orange close enough. It's 2 boxes away, so I'm gonna fasten off. Actually, let me just think for a second. Yes, because it's gonna be 2 orange boxes and 3 cream boxes, so I'm gonna fasten this off. We're going to end the row with 3 cream boxes. Row 30 started with 7 cream boxes, then 2 orange boxes and 3 cream boxes. I'm fastening off the cream from just below from the previous row. I no longer need that. I'll be working with the one I just finished with. Row 31 is going to start with 3 cream boxes. Next is 1 orange box. Then it's 1 cream box. Then we have 1 orange box, so I need to attach yarn. This previous cream box is the center of the letter F, so the next 3 boxes around it will be orange. And to finish this out, I need cream. I'm going to go ahead and pull this cream box that I previously finished with over, and I'm going to have that float there. So if you don't want to see that float, fasten off your yarn, reattach it. But because it's only 1 box over, I'm going to go ahead and carry it over. And this is one of those awkward joins. You want the orange that you just finished with, you want it to be on the top. So you're going to pull that to the right, pull that cream over to the left of your hook, the left of the stitch. Insert your hook into the stitch, and then pull that cream yarn down from the top. It's going to feel awkward because it's not normal. But that's how you're going to get it so that you don't see that float from the right side. I'm going to work 1 box really quickly and then I'm going to show you. From the right side, you don't see that float at all on the back of that orange box. No cream float showing through. But from the wrong side, you are going to see it across that orange box. So again, if that bothers you, go ahead and fasten it off and then reattach it at the next one. But for just 1 box, I'm not going to worry about that. Just make sure when you pull it over that it's not too tight. And go ahead and finish out the row with 4 more cream boxes for a total of 5 for this row. Row 31 started with 3 cream boxes, then we had 1 orange box, 1 cream box, 1 orange box, and 5 cream boxes. Row 32 is going to begin with 5 cream boxes. Next we have 2 orange boxes. The F just needs 1 more box on the top, so I no longer need that previous orange. I'm going to fasten that off. I'm going to finish this row out with 3 cream boxes. Row 32 started with 5 cream boxes, then 2 orange boxes, and finally 3 cream boxes. Row 33 is going to start with 3 cream boxes. Then we have 1 orange box, and before I slip stitch that is the final colored box. The rest are all going to be cream, no more oranges. So I'm going to go ahead and fasten off the cream that I just finished working with, and I'm going to go ahead and fasten off the orange. And I no longer need those. I will just work with the next cream that I'm about to join to for the remainder of the square. After I slip stitch, it's going to be 5 cream boxes. Row 33 was 3 cream boxes, 1 orange box, and then 5 cream boxes. And now we are finished with the orange boxes. The words are finished. We have fall vibes. And so the remainder of it, we're just going to continue decreasing until we get down to 1 box. The same exact way as you have been, just only working in cream. I just finished my very last box. I was kind of glancing at my square as I was weaving in my ends. To me, this F kind of looks a little bit far off. It's really the same distance as the other letters are. It only has this one line of cream boxes in between. But because it's 2 boxes away from the A and it's got a lot of space here, the spacing does look a little bit off. Maybe if I would have known that ahead of time, I would have moved the F over. Maybe. I'm not sure. The S kind of looks a little bit similar, but it's closer because these 2 boxes are very close to each other. But overall, I am very happy with my fall vibes. And I'm going to show you how to make the very last border, and then I'll show you how to connect the letters that are missing, that have the gaps in between. I'm going to be turning my square into a throw pillow, but this is a great square to make a blanket with, or you can add some tassels to the bottom and put an eyelet row up here and hang a dowel. I'm sure there's a lot more ideas, but I just can't think of them at this very moment. So if you want to stop here and weave in all the ends that you don't need, go ahead and do that. Just make sure that where you have a letter that needs to be connected, that you have an orange strand there. Otherwise you're going to have to connect one. But I'm going to show you how to do the border first. So this is where we just finished off. We're right now on the wrong side of our square. I'm going to chain 1 and turn. I'm going to do this border because it's easier to sew either layers together to make, like I said, a throw pillow, or to attach later on to another square. You don't have to add this border, but I think it makes it a lot easier to do other things with, and it also makes the edges more clean and even. So I just chained 1 and turned. I'm going to single crochet into the space just under where my chain is coming from. Insert my hook into that space, yarn over. I have 2 loops on my hook. Yarn over, pull through both of those. That's a single crochet. I'm going to chain 2. Then I will find the corner, top corner stitch of the next square. So I have 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 3 double crochets. The next stitch is where I want to work my next single crochet. That's the very top corner. Insert my hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2. And I'm going to continue working that way all the way around. It's going to be chain 2 and then single crochet into the next space that's in between the boxes. Chain 2, single crochet into the next space in between the boxes. And that's just how it's going to be all the way around. When I get to the next corner over here, I'm going to do it the same way as I just finished. I'll single crochet into this space in between the last 2 boxes, chain 2, single crochet into the top chain, the top stitch up there, chain 2, single crochet into the next space in between. And I'm going to do that all the way until I get back to the very beginning. And now I'm just one box away from where I started. This right here is my initial single crochet right here. So I'm going to work my final chain 2. Then I'm going to insert my hook underneath my first single crochet, and that's where I'm going to slip stitch join to. And then I'm going to fasten off. If you wanted to add another row after that, like a row of single crochets, half double crochets, whatever you wanted, you could just reattach, change to a different color here, or continue working around. You would work 2 stitches into each chain 2 space and 1 stitch into each single crochet, and then you would need to increase in the corner stitch, maybe something like 1 half double crochet, chain 1, 1 half double crochet, whatever you decide. Just gonna go to the back and insert my hook into that same stitch I just joined to and pull that yarn to the back, and that's it. Now my square just needs to have the ends weaved in. So I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera, and then I'll come back and I will show you how to close up the gaps between letters. Alright, so I went ahead and weaved in most of my ends, all the ones that I did not need. The ones that I have gaps in the letters, I left orange tails for. And like in this letter S, I left 4 of them because I really didn't know which one I was going to need to cover up that gap. I'll just weave in the other one later. So you're going to want to thread your tapestry needle into one of those tails. And we're going to want to make our way to the bottom corner of the box. So I'm just going to weave my yarn in and around stitches so that I'm not pulling floats across. So I just weaved in and out. And then I'm going to come out of the same stitch that my box is worked into. So I'm going to insert my hook into that stitch, and I'm going to pull it through to the right side. Then I need to see from the right side, I'm going to just sew in and out diagonally here to connect these 2 boxes. So I'm inserting my needle into the top left corner of the next box that's diagonally below it. Then I'm going to insert my hook from the top again. Maybe not in that same stitch, so I'm going to go back down. I'm going to go just next to it somewhere and come up. You know, that's hard to see. There, I'm just coming up through the box. And I'm coming diagonally down in the same area. So I want it all to look consistent, cohesive. I don't know what the right word is for that, but I want it all to connect smoothly. So right now I have like a V shape going on. So I'm going to work one more stitch right here in the middle of the V. And I'm going to pull it through the same connecting spot. And hopefully it'll cover that V, which it does. And now it connects. So I'm good with that. I'm going to go ahead and weave in that end, and then I'll do the same thing over here. Then I'll weave in those other two ends in a minute, but I'm just trying to loosen this up here. That's why you can see these orange, this orange right here, a little dab and a little dab. That's from the part that the box above it was worked on. And when it's pulled tightly, you can see that. That's just because I weaved it in and I pulled it too tight. But it doesn't bother me, it's fine. And now my S is connected all the way through. If you want it to be more connected, thicker, you can do 2 strands of orange, or you can do more passes to fill in that space around it. But I'm happy with that. So I'm going to go on to my letter B. And for letter B, I have this space here on the top, which I can easily get to with pretty much either one of my strands. But the space on the bottom is a little bit further away. So I'm going to try to just do it like this. I'll probably actually come out right here in that middle box. I'll probably weave it through and come out right here. But if you don't have a strand close enough, or your strand isn't long enough, or you don't want to weave it through there, you can just take another strand of orange yarn from your ball, weave it into one of the boxes that's nearby, and then pull it over and close up your gap. And now all those letters that needed to have, oh, I missed this V because I don't have a strand there, I didn't see it. So let me grab one that I have cut over here. And so because I don't have a strand over here, I'm just going to take a new one and secure it first by weaving it in and out of a stitch that's nearby. I always do 3 passes. This tail is much longer than what I needed it to be, but that's okay. So I'm just going to catch that that tail on the other end. I don't want that to go anywhere. So there's my 3 passes, and that is secure. And now I'll just do exactly the same thing as I did before. And now all the letters that needed to be connected have been connected. There's the V, the B, and the A, and also the S. And again, if you want your connections to be thicker, you can just work more passes around to fill in that space. But looking at similar areas where they're already connected, like over here on the S at the top was already connected, so we just mimicked that same connection right there, which is very thin. We can see the same thing here on the A. The connections look very similar to each other, so if you did make it too thick, it might not match the other side. But that's ultimately what you want to match. And that's it. Fall Vibes Square is finished. What will you make with yours? Let me know in the comments below what you're going to make. Let me know what kind of projects you'd like to see. Do you want to see a blanket made with this? Let me know and I will make a video showing you how to do that. You can find the free crochet pattern for this square and more at iloveknots.com. Please smash that like button and subscribe so you can be notified of all my new videos that are on my brand new YouTube channel. Thanks so much for watching.